Before on your Saturday morning, and door-to-door salesmen, flyers and phone calls are all popular this time of year. Gas supplies want to lock you in their advertised low rates for the winter.
When was the last time you saw a door-to-door salesman? I was just thinking, it's been a long time. Hey, choosing the right gas program can be tricky, though. Consumer advocate Jen Strathman found the best offers from Joe the Coupon Guy for us this weekend.
Good Saturday morning. I know I don't want to start thinking about the cold weather, but we're joined by Joe the Coupon Guy. We kind of have to. We have to turn that heat on at some point.
You know, I try to hold back as long as I can before I turn on the heat, and it might be coming now.
What do you think? I mean, right now there's so many door-to-door people and flyers that you're getting in the mail with people asking you to sign up for the Gas Choice program. What do you look for when you read these flyers?
Yeah, you know, there's a lot of options, and there's a lot of fine print that you have to read. So it's very important to make sure you know what you're getting into. There's some contracts that will get you a lower price, but what happens if the price goes up? You get locked into it and you want to get out. Prices keep going down. You really have to check to see if there's any contingencies for you to get out of the contract. So that's one of the key things you have to check. One
of the biggest complaints I hear about are these early termination fees, and sometimes it's the consumer who doesn't read the fine print, and sometimes it's unscrupulous salespeople.
In neighborhoods across Northeast Ohio, door-to-door salesmen are asking you to lock in low rates for your winter heating. The Gas Choice program gives you options, but some say the competition is getting too heated.
How would you describe the sales practices?
They can be high pressure.
High pressure and questionable. Edward said he refuses most door-to-door offers, so he was surprised to find out he's been locked into a rate since 2010. To get out of it, Just Energy wanted $100.
I was ready to pay it. Who wants to deal with the collection agency? $100 is not enough to justify giving somebody a hard time over, but my wife was not going to let that go.
Ken Novak wasn't going to let his $100 fee go either. He called 5 on Your Side in August when a different gas supplier told him he owed them money.
We have an early termination fee due that is $100. And I don't remember switching.
The gas supplier told 5 on Your Side it had proof Ken owed the debt and he paid it. But in that story, we also suggested consumers request a copy of the debt. After seeing our story, Edward called to share his experience. He requested the paperwork, and the writing on it caught his attention.
The misspelling of my name. I mean, we had a real good laugh over that.
His last name is Dippold, not Diplod. Edward also says this is not his signature. Look at how he signed the first letter of his name on his debit card and license. Now look at the E on the contract.
Things got a little bit serious later when my wife called him up and said, we have a forged document from you. Do you wish to take this any farther?
Just Energy told 5 on Your Side, quote, the agent's conduct was unacceptable and in violation of our policies and was therefore terminated. After Edward requested proof of his contract and questioned the authenticity of it, Just Energy dropped the early termination fee.
So you really need to be careful, and one of the things you can do, there's a lot of sites out there that can really help you figure out which plan is best for you. Which ones do you like?
I like pickocc.org. It's run by the state, and there's really good information on there. It'll have like frequently asked questions. It'll compare apples to apples, and really let you know what happens. If you do want to get out of contract, how much it'll cost, to terminate it. A lot of good information, and some of them will tell you you might get a rebate, a discount, things like that, where it might make it worthwhile. But read the small print on there. I recommend checking that. The PUCO, PUCO.com, you could check them out too for some information. And NOPEC, I recommend checking NOPEC out. A lot of communities belong to NOPEC, and that's where you automatically get a discount. And they have some pretty good things going without the crazy cuckoo contracts. But make sure you're on a whether you're on a fixed or variable rate, make sure you're getting the best deal with it by getting one of the two too.
All right, Joe, thank you very much. We have all of these details on NewsNet5.com. Have a great weekend.